It is with great pleasure that the conference co-directors of the 36th Annual Public Interest Environmental Law Conference select Carol Van Strum as the recipient of this year's David Brower Lifetime Achievement Award in recognition of her outstanding environmental social justice work in Lincoln County, Oregon. The David Brower Lifetime Achievement Award is presented to activists, community members, and attorneys who exemplified David Brower's spirit and accomplishments. As a founder of the Sierra Club, Friends of the Earth, and Earth Island Institute, David Brower has made it his life's mission to stimulate environmental awareness through the establishment and promotion of broad environmental coalitions. His work as a teacher, advocate, and communicator led to an environmental movement aimed at engaging the world as an interconnected, integrated whole. Carol is known for being an author, editor, and environmental activist. Her book, A Bitter Fog, has brought widespread awareness to the detrimental harm of aerial spraying. Carol is also known for creating the Poison Papers. The Poison Papers catalog both the secret concerns of industry and regulators over the hazards of pesticides and other chemicals and their effort to conceal those concerns. According to the creators, these papers will transform our understanding of hazards posed by certain chemicals on the market and the fraudulence of some of the regulatory processes relied upon to protect human health and the environment. We admire not only Carol's dedication to environmental and social justice issues, but also her ability to connect and communicate with a diverse range of people. Her work researching the devastating effects of pesticides, alerting the courts to her findings, and demanding justice for our sacred natural landscapes is both inspiring and motivating. With that, please welcome to the stage Susan Swift, environmental activist and longtime friend of Carol, who will speak further about Carol's achievements, as well as Carol and the Lorax. Thank you.
As I was backstage, I was thinking there's a wonderful saying that if you think you're too little to make a difference, then you have never been in bed with a mosquito. Now, in '75, my friend and neighbor Susan Gilbert and I read a letter to the editor that Carol and her husband had written about the sprays that were being used on our county roads and in our forests. So Susan and I walked up to meet these people we hadn't met. They were new to our community. Out of that, we had more meetings and more meetings with people from 3 different counties around us. Citizens Against Toxic Sprays was formed. We found a brave lawyer by the name of Bruce Anderson who was willing to take on the case. And in the course of that, we wound up introducing the word dioxin to Vietnam veterans. This is how far stretched our work did, and I'm really, really proud of that. Susie Gilbert and her husband now are both dead of cancer, and Carol and I have lost many, many friends and neighbors due to cancer. And now she's willing to fight for the rights of rivers and ecosystems. Therefore, I say she's a soul sister to the Lorax. But, so, in addition to her work that she's done with scientific studies and making the Poison Papers available and all of that, she's also an incredible rescuer of the community. She's very humble, and she doesn't like people to know everything that she does. She rescues horses, donkeys, birds, dogs, other animals, as well as people in the area. Driving a neighbor who had a stroke at 2 o'clock in the morning to the nearest hospital. Seeing a neighbor in a local market with a drooping shoulder and making sure she got her to Oregon Health Sciences to get a rotator cuff surgery. She really is incredible. When she got the notice about the award, she sent me an email, said, "Help, help." And I said, "You're gonna do this. I'll go with you. I will hold your hand. You will accept this, and by accepting this award, you will make a lot of people be very, very happy." So with that, I want to introduce, it's just an honor and a privilege to introduce my friend Carol Van Strum.
I feel like she must have been talking about somebody else, but I just want to thank everybody for making this happen. It's amazing. And the other thing I want to say is that it was never about me. It's always been a lot of other people, some of them not alive with us today. And that's what's going to make the changes that are needed, I think, especially meeting with the once and future lawyers of this world. You've got several generations coming up of troublemakers that'll do a whole lot more than any of us did, I hope. And I thank you all for being here and for doing that. And especially I thank my family for coming so far and being so supportive for so long. Thank you all.
I told you we'd get done by 6:30.
Did we make it?
Yes, we did.